Hi everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at ActorMIXER and how we can take previously existing custom characters, merge and mix those characters in ActorMIXER, and create a whole new offspring of two of our favorite 90s action heroes. Since these were pre-existing characters from older versions of Character Creator and iClone, certain aspects of them needed to be adjusted in order to be compatible with ActorMIXER's new workflow. Okay, so here's our Stone character. First thing is we're going to disable all the clothing and hair that the character has. Upon doing so, though, you can immediately see that there's a lot of the actual character missing. So we're going to go ahead and select the character's body section, click on Edit Mesh, go to Faces, and then click Show All. This is just undoing the polygons that I had selected previously and hidden. With the rest of the body exposed, again, we can see some funkiness that's going on with the character as far as how his body is actually rendering. This is because I had the normals turned up higher for the character than usual. In order to fix this, we're going to keep the body of our character selected, click over to the material panel, select all the main body layers, aside from the legs in this case, click on the normal map once, and then adjust the normal strength of those sections to address the oddities. I decided to do the legs separately because his nuclear sunburn seemed like it might need some different treatment, but it did turn out to just be the normal as well. We're still keeping some nice detail like the vascularity of the veins, but still addressing the issues that were present before the adjustments were made. And now we want to go ahead and actually get them ready for ActorMIXER. And one of the first things ActorMIXER needs is subdivisions on the character. So we're going to go ahead and select the base character and click on subdivisions. Every time you click on subdivide, it's going to add a new level with 3 total typically recommended. That would be 0, 1, and 2. They are toggleable, so it's not like you're losing your base mesh anymore. And you can adjust it in the same area, or you can go to the dropdown up top, which I'll be using for the rest of the time here. I'll leave it on level 1 for now so my older-ish system doesn't get overly bogged down when doing the actual mixing. The next thing we'll need to do is update the facial profile of the character. I need to go ahead and in the content, do a search for CC5 Extended and apply that facial profile to the character. This adds a lot more morph to the face, allowing much more flexibility not only in the animation, but also dynamic ranges and overall naturalness. So now we're going to go up to the ActorMIXER section up top and click on the face with the plus, and that's going to allow us to add our character to ActorMIXER. Your character basically gets broken down into different sections of the body and head so you can adjust them individually or uniformly. I'm going to time compress the same setup I did for the Arnie character. From here, we're ready to start mixing. I'm going to go ahead and create a new project and then click on the ActorMIXER button up top and tell it that I want to start off with a basic default male model. First, we're going to go ahead and add a mannequin gray color to the character so we don't get distracted by the skin of color as we're mixing and be able to more easily see the facial and body features. Next time you click on the ActorMIXER button, you're going to want to choose current model, so it will keep the model with its current material. I'm going to go ahead and right-click and delete out some of the characters I don't want to mix. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Custom tab in the Content area, and then go down to ActorMIXER Character. This will show me the custom characters that we readied a little bit earlier. I want to be able to fine-tune the specific areas of the head and body, so I'm going to go ahead and drag over those sections within each tab for the body and face sections. Once we're done with that, not only can we mix the overall character, we can also mix all the various head areas individually. This gives us the fun opportunity of saying, oh, this person or baby has this parent's nose, in this case Stone, or we have a perfect mix for the ears, etc. If you're trying to make characters that are in a family, this makes it really powerful as you can keep some base distinctive features, but also have variations in others. It's important to note that we can still do further mixing after we're done with the ActorMIXER step. You can see here there was some clipping through the skin of the overall mouse setup, and I'm using the morphs for the keep depth. Allows me to fix that pretty easily. You can see here that I've applied an expression to the character so I can better diagnose how much I need to adjust things. The head scale is also a little bit big. Probably would have been fine for this caricature type of model, but I want to go ahead and get it in proportion a little bit more, so we can go ahead and use the morph for the overall head scale to address that. I'm using some of the Character Creator 5 HDIs, especially since it looked like there was some funkiness that was kind of hard to diagnose when everything was gray. Here you can see a common problem that I've typically run into with stylized characters where the eyeballs don't quite match where they need to be on the face mesh. This, again, is a relatively simple fix where we go to the Morphs tab and under Head, select Eye, and then we want to make sure to adjust the eyeball depth. Since this was a spur of the moment thing and I was using an overall body morph, I wasn't sure if it would work fine, but I went ahead and searched in morphs for baby and went ahead and applied that to the body. After adjusting the head scale, everything was looking good aside from the neck, which just needed a little bit of smoothing. After trying a quick pose, I decided that I didn't want to use the final skin of either of the grown characters since the baby would have a 5 o'clock shadow and whatnot, so I decided to go ahead and try the baby skin on there for a more humorous representation. After trying a couple other poses, I arrived at a pose that made the character look like he was kind of levitating. At that point, we had a character that would work well for a pudgy but muscular Arnie Stone hybrid baby Jesus. Oh yeah, and I hopped on over to the boxer shorts material settings and made them white so it looks like he's wearing a makeshift diaper, which you do by right-clicking on the diffuse texture and adjusting the color from there. At this point, it's a one-click affair to get the baby into iClone, and then I repeated that process for the Arnie and Stone characters. The baby already had his pose ready to go, so all I needed to do was pose the 2 adult characters, adjust some post effects, add a couple lights to illuminate the faces of the adult characters, and we're set with the thumbnail you saw for this video. Here it is in a high resolution, and while the baby in this particular image is still relatively small and we might not be able to appreciate all of the mixed features, having gone through the process with me here, you can definitely tell that it's a mix of them both. There's a lot more you can do with this ActorMIXER plugin. The main thing I wanted to mention here, though, is to go through the process of utilizing previously made characters while also discussing the possible extra steps you might run into when adapting them for use with the ActorMIXER workflow. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you in future videos.